with this?
Well, I've started to develop a good reputation in Holland now for contemporary music, and I've been there for about 2 years, and my only other on-stage colleague, soprano Charlotte, she approached me about Black Feather Rising, and that's why I'm here. So, yeah.
PV, before you started working together, what did you know about Alistair, and what were you most interested in?
Well, all I knew was that, you know, he was auditioned and he, you know, would be very good for the part. And of course, what I was most interested in was the high notes and the low notes, because as a composer, that's the first information I need, is what is the tessitura of the voice, and how high can I go and how comfortable it is, and how low can I go, because each baritone is different.
And we spoke a lot on the telephone, and I was in Germany at the time, and we decided that there's only so much singing down the telephone to each other that we can do, so
You actually sang on the
telephone duets.
Yeah, telephone duets, quite, yeah.
We always do, that's the easiest way to, you know, you can hear it, you can hear the quality of the voice.
Yeah, just about.
Just about, and you can
do miss a few of the nuances, but anyway, we decided that enough was enough, and that I should really come over, and then we can collaborate a little bit more on the piece.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Also, it makes it more personal, because then you're writing something for a specific voice.
Yes.
And for a specific person.
Yeah.
And so that has its own quality of inspiration, and you know that you've written for that person.
Yeah.
So it becomes very much that person's, you know, stamp on the piece.
Yes. Yeah.
And since meeting in person, have there been any surprises or any changes made?
There have been. I mean, to be honest, when I first looked at PV's music, and I came here and I've just been soaking up his music like a sponge, listening to CDs and DVDs, and looking at scores, and my impression every time I'm listening to his melodies is that they're very singable, and that he pays a lot of attention to the text, and it's very closely connected to the text. So from that perspective, as a singer, it's very easy. It's a very easy job. But there were some things, and some surprising things actually, that I didn't expect that we would be able to achieve, and or at least I think that we surprised ourselves sometimes.
Well, mainly because when I'm writing the music, I'm singing it myself, and I'm not a trained singer. And though I can sing all the notes, you know, and I often go into falsetto, whereas you wouldn't do, my voice doesn't have the vibrancy and the power that yours does. So sometimes, and it's only actually 2 or 3 times, I went up higher than I needed to.
Yeah.
So once I heard it on your voice, and you also thought it was too high for the dramatic moment that it's stating. So if it is a bit lower, the power of the voice itself and the richness and the color and the timbre would carry that moment, you know, climactically, and that one could save the highest notes for more special moments.
Yes. Yeah.
So I pulled back the piece a little bit downwards in a few sections. Yeah. And then that was good, wasn't it?
For me, yeah, wonderful. Yeah, yeah.
Alistair, your character is a raven caller. Tell me a little bit about him.
Raven caller. Well, you're going to ask me if I have something in common with him or something.
A black shirt.
Yeah, I wear a black shirt. Well, I suppose his character is a troubled one. He's had a traumatic period in his life that he is trying to come to terms with, and he has now become a bit of a recluse, I think, and with the help of West Wind Rising, Charlotte, he regains his memory and regains his power to communicate with the birds. That's certainly something I don't have in common with him. And Charlotte helps him along the way. So there's a lot of there's a big scope in his character, from total despair all the way through to rapture and joy, and as a singer, that's a very exciting thing to be able to perform.
PV, where did the characters come from?
Well, they are characters from a Native American story, which is taken from a book, Teresa Piohan, called Healers in the Mountain. And in fact, David Rudkin, the playwright, recommended this story to me. I was very interested to work in something drawn from Native American mythology, and this is, you know, this is now the second work that I'm composing with in collaboration with David Rudkin, and he's of course a very earthed writer. He's got a tremendous contact with the natural elements and with earth and with natural energies. And a lot about this piece and these two characters has so much to do with the connection with the world of nature and the potential for transformation that is imminent there. But these characters, there were more characters in the original narrative, and what David has done is quite masterfully condensed them down to two, distilled the whole narrative as if, and it's only done from the perspective of the two singers, the man and the woman, and that took some doing. I mean, that we had several meetings, and in fact, Jos, the director, came down from Holland for a couple of meetings. It was quite an extraordinary, rich moment of sharing ideas, and the final narrative then was shaped by David, you know, as a result of these interactions and discussions and so on. But I think it's very important when you are creating a piece to discuss what is it about, where is it going,
yes,
what does it want to say. I mean, there is so much contemporary opera that doesn't sometimes ask that question.
yes,
And this takes a lot of heart searching. What does one really want to say with this piece, or where is one located oneself inside this piece? So that the characters grew and developed in that extraordinary interaction.
We're 12 weeks away from the premiere. What happens between now and then?
What happens between now and then? Well, I go back to Germany.
And I have to finish the score.
PV sends me, you have to finish the music. And then, well, from my side, I will do a lot of study on my own. And when I go back to Amsterdam, then I will work with the coach on the music as much as possible. And I hope that will suffice.
When do rehearsals start?
I think it's the 3rd week of September that they start.
And that will be when you meet Charlotte and you get to work together at that stage?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you think she'll be bringing other ideas to the work that she's had over the past?
Inevitably, yeah, as will all of us. And it's a really nice thing to have this kind of intimate, a chance to do an intimate piece like this.
Yeah.
I have done intimate pieces before, staging wise, and they've been really enjoyable. You're not just a tiny dot in this enormous machine that opera can be.